Got myself a Govee smart dehumidifier. I already got a lot of other Govee products along with not thermostat, like a O2 meter and all that weird stuff that you put in your houses these days. Being close to fires and all that, lately it's been bugging me. And now with a house that has 70% humidity in the summer, it's weird getting into the bed at night. It feels kind of wet. Plus I have a 3D printer that it needs at least around a 30% humidity. So I decided to buy this one. That way I can control it and tell it to kick on and suck that humidity down before I go to bed, or before I do a print, a couple hours before. Model number's right there. It is pretty heavy. I got it on eBay for $100. He said it was an open box. And being a device that holds water, we can see if it's been used. We'll also set it up with the app. Looks like the original box. Really? My camera's going to shut off every 1 minute. Correct. That's the original packing. Doesn't look like too much dirt in the fins. That's nice. I'm going to pull it out. Oh god, that thing is way heavier than it looks. Now this is the little model between the two models they have. Nothing else in the box. Box did handle it. Looks like there's something sharp on the back. Here's the device. Sharp looking, I think. Let's lower the camera. Let's go across the top. Non-adjustable vents. I think the bigger one you can adjust the vents. Doesn't really matter. I think that's just the hot air coming out, so it's shooting the hot air straight up so it'll stay on top of your house. Band memory, up and down percentage. Doesn't have a tear off on this, at least. It's not too scratched up or anything. Power button, lock, timer. Still has the tear off on the side. I would think it would have a tear off on the front. Kind of weird, it's an open box, but it's not all done. 350 watts, it's saying 3.5 amps, 3.2 amps. The filter on the back, I'm probably going to replace it with my own filter. Oh, that's what that's holding. Let's take some of this tape off. Nice clean fins. Don't think it's been used. That's really not a filter to me. If it's gonna at least be filtering the air, I'm gonna put like maybe a Marv 11 on there or something. Maybe a Marv 8. Just so it's at least purifying the air a little bit. Stuck to my foot. Looks like this is gonna be the drain plug. It is not a garden hose, it's something special. Has a nice little plug on there, but hopefully that all stops it from leaking. So the tank must be up high, or it's got its own plug in it. That must be the plug for the extension cord. No, because that won't snap in there. It's kind of weird. I'll quickly look at the bottom. Cheap little wheels you could probably get at Walmart. That's about it. Felt robust right in the middle. A little bit thicker plastic. Now this is only like a half a gallon, so they claim. Small, very small. Not really what I'm looking forward to. I'm going to be draining it. See if this comes out so you can clean the tank. Sometimes the tanks get a little bit dirty. Yeah, I'd say a half gallon. I don't know. Floats over here, it must go up. Wow, I don't know if I like that that design as much. That just floats up and you hope it shuts the valve off. It's like a horse trough, which normally if a piece of dirt gets in there, or if this thing sucks up a piece of dirt when it drops it right on there. Well, when it gets totally full, that goes up and cuts that off. How does it know to stop? I would assume it's some type of sensor. I'm gonna show you guys up in here. I think you guys can see up there. Like it's shutting off one of them too. It's not really, can't really see up in there to see if it's a fancy sensor. Okay, because I don't feel like editing much, let's go plug it in and do the setup right now. Let's see if it knows when it's not, when it doesn't have a tank in it. Got myself a plug-in over here. Make you guys a little bit taller. Shut off the light so you can see the display. Plugging it in 3, 2, 1. Doesn't do anything. Guess I could be checking how much power it uses. Let me go get my power meter. It does have a little light that kicks on right there, showing you that it does have power, which is nice. I'm gonna take this out, plug in my power meter. See how much it uses sitting still. That time it lit up. Uses 1.4 watts sitting. So, not too much. Your phone is about 11 watts if you're using an older charger. Go ahead. It didn't come with instructions. Let's see what the side of the box says, other than my address. Okay. Let's turn it on. I think it's saying it's 48% in there. I do see a blower in there. Pretty quiet. Shows me that it's plugged in, it looks like. It's on low. We got low and high. It's quieter than an air conditioner, because in the background is my air conditioner. Shoot, I wouldn't mind that on high. So it has high, low. These buttons are definitely gonna get wore off if you're using it a lot. There's a close icon. Auto. Close. Or just a fan. Let's see what it uses just on a fan. It must be doing something. It's at 78 watts. And using an amp and a half. Sorry, it takes a while to get back. It's at 118 watts now on low. Let's put it on whatever the shirt is, see what it does. Looks like it went up on high and you can't control the speeds. Plus and minus are doing a bunch of stuff. Since I didn't get instructions, it's kind of hard to know what's going on. Humidity in this room is 67% right now. Looks like it's still trying to figure it out. It's at 118 watt. Let's see what auto does, if it kicks anything on. There, now I can turn it down to 30%. Cool. Looks like it goes from 30% to 80% in increments of 5. That's pretty cool. Let's put it at 30, that way something kicks on. If it's at 59%, it should be kicking on. Feels like an air conditioner right now. Because this air is cold. How many hours I want it to go for. But if I hold it, it'll lock. There, now it's locked. Can't hit any buttons. This hasn't kicked on any compressors or anything. Let's go ahead and get on my Govee app and see if it's even discoverable. It is finding a device near me. when the white Wi-Fi icon is flashing, press the power button. Smart dehumidifier? Sure. I'm on the wrong Wi-Fi network most likely. I'm gonna have to do a 2.5 gigahertz network. Click done. It still hasn't kicked on kicked anything on yet. Well, that was simple. Okay. So while it's doing its thing, let's see if it actually. I'm gonna put it 53. It came up to 53 right here. 35, 30. Target humidity. Dry comfort humid. It says humid anything above 60, and we are at 60 right now. Dehumidifier will automatically stop dehumidifying when it reaches target. Yes. You make it lock display. You can shut the display off. That's nice. That saves no electricity. It's still at 119. Oh, and even the buttons I pushed on here, the timer's still on here. Let's see if I can cancel that timer. I can cancel the timer. I can even do scheduling. That's really nice, especially when I know when I'm going to bed. Like I said, I just want my sheets to not feel like I'm hopping into a bathtub. Auto stop. Oh, there it kicked on. I just felt it. I don't know if you guys can hear it kick. Oh, now it's warm air. So we got an auto, dryer, high, and low. I'm gonna let it. Let's see what comfort means. It'll keep it at a comfort level. No, I don't really need that on because I'm gonna put it at a certain percentage. I do want this to run a little bit. See if it's actually sucking the power. It's warmer air. Oh, I want to touch these buttons. Oh shit. I want to start touching these buttons up here, but I want to see it do something first. My thing is not indicating it's using any more power. It's still 1.5 amps. It's doing everything by itself. So, almost forgot. Okay, now we're up to 181 watts. Way lower than the 350 that it was saying. It's had a peak of 181, so this is its peak right now. It's not hot air. And it's using 1.56 amps. So it's not even close to the 3.2 amps. And that could be because the room temperature is about 70 degrees, 69 degrees Fahrenheit. If it was in a hotter environment, it may pull a little bit more power. Let's go ahead and see what these are. That's probably going to be low fan. Low fan. You can schedule a fan, you can lock it. Power takes a long time to go down. Ever since I hit that, I heard the whatever's in here. The compressor shut off. And it's still running 181 watts. Now I'm gonna hit on high. It's so quick. I don't really know why you'd need the fan unless you made this into a HEPA filter. Circulate the air a little bit, I guess, but this thing isn't no monster for circulating air. So low and high is just a fan. Dryer, I would assume, is going to be dehumidified. It's saying it's 17 degrees Celsius in here. Let's see what we can change it to Fahrenheit, because where I live. Display humidity on card. I don't need the dew point. Full bucket alert. That'll be nice. Oh, I got the user guide right here. We'll click on that in a minute. Does it have an update? No updates. Let's look at the user guide. Okay, let's not look at the user guide. If I go back, it should be Fahrenheit now. 67, it says. If I go back to my normal app, oh, I don't like how it moves them. Can I move them? Oh, thank God. I don't want that right there. Them are my 2 rooms, and then dehumidifier comes up and says 59% humidity in here. Let's kill the app and then see if I can go back in. If it'll still be connected. I've had issues with stuff before disconnecting. And I'm going to shut off my Bluetooth so that way, see if the off button will shut it off. And that was through Wi-Fi. It's still running. And there, it totally shut down. It's down to using 1.4 watt. Let's kick on the auto. Looks like we gotta turn it on. Okay, keep all its settings, 30%. Yeah, all looks good. Now let's see if it knows when the bucket is pulled out. It does not. Bucket is full or has been pulled out. Please pour out the bucket. That's cool. It shows you a little thing there. It did give me an icon saying it's full up here. Please pour out the water and make sure it's securely in place. You know, the water comes in over here. Must be a weird sensor over here. I don't know if you guys can see that. The water pours in over there. See the hole? So I'm wrong. There's 2 sensors over here for something. Pushing it back in. Let's see if it registers. I have had ones in the past that just don't register quick enough. Oh, there's a little red light. Dehumidify, and it all kicked back on. Looks good to go. I'll have to go put this in a little room, see what it does. It's not made for a whole house, not this one. I don't even think they're large ones made for a whole house. And there's someone texting, ruining the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions,